presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Frank, it's just amazing what can be done today. Where you can build golf courses. On the moon? I mean, that's what this looks like here at Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada.
And obviously it's an experience, too, that has to be played before you can thoroughly enjoy it, because you just wouldn't think this is possible. If someone said you can come out to the middle of the desert and you're going to play a phenomenal golf course, you'd say it's not possible. But as these holes intertwine around in the canyon area, just wonderful vistas, huge changes in elevations. It's just a fun adventure.
Now down to the first tee to kick off the round. Par 5 to begin. Frank, what's it all about?
11 bunkers, Rich, really to be avoided between tee and green. Elevated tee, so you can certainly reduce some of that yardage, 579, plus that thinner air. So it should be reachable for most of the long hitters. There's some trouble left, obviously, in that desert area and the water on the right, but 2 good shots, you never know. You might even get off to an eagle start. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. I'd see a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Third shot for Jordan Spieth. It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
This is like cyber vision. Shot after shot, right at the flag.
Just dialed in. Let's see what Martin Kaymer does with this approach shot. And getting ready for the putt. One under early in the round. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. Frank, you need to be a bit of a rock climber just to get to this second tee. 445-yard hole. What a view. Excellent looking shot here. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Now playing the second here at the par 4. Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. Jordan Spieth eyeing this putt for birdie. This one has a chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. Just 5 feet left. -2 for the day. All right, Frank, describe the third hole.
Well, it's a par 3 with a bit of a tabletop green, Rich. Some bunkers right and left of that, but also it's going to play a little bit further. This tee shot is uphill, unlike the opening 2 holes. So a 3 here, and that certainly won't hurt the scorecard.
Not his best shot, and now he'll have to deal with a bunker.
Yeah, they say the hardest shot in golf, the next one.
Frank, where's this one headed?
Well, might just catch the left side of the green. On the dance floor, but it's going to be a long way away from the band.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. On the way. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there, and yep, good thing too. He's actually putting well. Always tough to get a decent flight out of the rough. And you could see that ball was never soaring out of that light.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Here at the fourth, 383 yards from the back tee. It's a dogleg right, but Frank, looking at all of those bunkers, you could really make a mess of this hole if you stray.
You can. That's why you've got to simplify it. Just something there that's going to find the fairway. Even like 3-wood and a wedge, that's really all this hole's going to require. Avoid the canyons on the left and in the desert, as well as just, I don't know how many bunkers there is on the right side. So a little bit of fairway up the left, find that there, and really, you should be looking at a birdie putt. Common thread here, rough, rough, rough.
Wrong way again. And this attempt will be from about 130 yards. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Good swing, good shot yet again. Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. Good score going, now at 2 under par. Shouldn't be a problem here. Yeah, here we go. Starting to roll now. 4 under with that birdie. We're in the desert, partner. I need water.
You're going to get it here, Rich. Par 5 second hole's got a nice stream that runs down the left side, as well as cutting the fairway. There's a crop of some 3 bunkers down that right side. I want to avoid that, but, Rich, this hole isn't too long. Under 500 yards, not even going to play that long, so very reachable. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank, you've just hit one out of bounds. What's the way to approach this next shot?
Try and get the steam out of your ears for a start.
3rd shot now after having gone OB. That was a pretty nasty lie out of the rough. You did the right thing there, Frank. Frank, what's it going to take here on this approach at the par 5?
Well, some people might actually try and bounce it in between those 2 bunkers and run the ball up on the green, but personally, I'd try and actually take a hybrid or something with a little bit more loft and try and fly the ball. Take those 2 bunkers out of play.
That is classy.
They had a chance of going in.
Looking at 125 yards.
In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, whom you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, it was, they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or 2. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline here, you're going to be playing golf with the billy goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a billy goat come the end of the day, that's for sure. The huge elevation changes, once again, are apparent here at the 6th. 'Tis a dogleg to the right, not really a driver unless you want to sort of bring that creek into play or that little stream that cuts across. 2nd shot, a little bit uphill. Those bunkers are really where you shouldn't go, we all know that. And this green is anything other than flat. A fun-looking hole, too, and a fun hole to play.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. All right, Frank, 2nd shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. 2nd shot now for Martin Kaymer.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
This for Jordan Spieth's birdie. Beautiful stroke right there. Finds the bottom of the cup with ease. Martin Kaymer now ready to putt. continuing to play well. -7 now after that putt. Now on to the par 4 7th hole. Is this a reachable par 4, Frank?
Distance-wise, you would think so, but the designer has done something to avoid that, and that's put all this water in front of the green. It would take a mammoth tee shot, and that's something like 300 yards through the air if you're going to try and even drive this green. Is the risk worth it? Well, if you're just playing with your friends, maybe it is. Otherwise, you just lay it up just past those those bunkers on the right and the left. Get it down there on the flat. A little pitch you would think is simple, but because of the slope of this fairway, chances are you might not get a flat lie, and that's going to make that second shot that much harder.
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
He'll need to be strong with this. On the green, and a chance for birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Oh, my goodness, Frank. That is painful.
Oh, yeah, that's the... You'd rather miss the hole at times, wouldn't you?
This would give him a bogey.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. So with that, the score is now at even par. Never a bad score on the card. That's par. Par 3/8, 248 yards down to the green. What a hole.
Yeah, maybe you put your two hands together, make a little prayer. You might make two, but make three here and run to the next tee. This is it's just a gorgeous par 3, but it is tough. Every bit as tough as what it is pretty, as a matter of fact.
He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, there's hitting it right and there's hitting it left, but when you've got it going out of both barrels, the game becomes hard.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Just a beautiful approach shot. Kaymer's made a lot of these throughout his career, having won the U.S. Open in 2014, the Players as well. This is a par putt. Good round going, -7. These putts keep the round together. Just a little tap in here. Continues to roll the ball very well. Stepping up to the shot here at the 9th, it's a par 4, 390 yards.
It is anything other than straight off the tee because of all these sort of undulations and curvature on the fairway. You'd think well bunkered, but the last bunker on the right side there, longer hitters, they can nearly fly that, just over 300 yards. Either that, shorter hitter just played to that fat area of the green. That'll be sort of some, 270 yards. That will take all the water out of play into a green that slopes back at you. So very good chance, even with a wedge in hand, to get the ball close. A good way to finish the front 9. There's something about a well-hit shot.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Jordan Spieth backed up his historic Masters victory with a second consecutive major. He won at Chambers Bay, the Thriller with Dustin Johnson, 3-putting the final hole. 2 majors in a row at the age of 21. That's special territory.
It is, and his confidence continues to grow. He's already showing us he can win in a multitude of ways after making a mistake on the 71st hole, the par 3, 17th to bounce back, hit a wonderful 3-wood into the middle of the green, apply a little bit of pressure on Dustin Johnson. You referenced the free putt, but you had to be there right next to him, last man standing. And once again, Jordan Spieth, too tough.
And a chance to become the first since Ben Hogan in 1953 to have won the first 3 professional majors of the season. Fell just a little short at the old course at St. Andrews with Zach Johnson winning.
Well, he kept the dream alive, certainly for us to watch, and every bit of the way. Could have easily made that 3-man playoff at the end. I'll take nothing away from what Zach Johnson did, but really the story of the week, of that particular week, right up until the final hole, really was Jordan Spieth going for 3 majors.
Good putt, and now 1 under par. Start of the back 9 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Rich Lerner for EA Sports with my partner Frank Nobilo. Frank, tell us about the 10th.
It looks intimidating off the back of this tee, Rich, and that's because the desert ridge on that right side, it sort of blocks your view and you don't see the right side of this fairway. Once you realize there's a lot more room to the right, then that tee shot becomes a little bit easier. Now also the angle of this green, you're going to see it sort of turn to the right there. So you've really got to be careful on where the flag is positioned on this green. If they put the flag back right, then obviously that's the hardest this hole's going to play. Flag sort of left of center, then this still could very much be a birdie hole.
Frank, getting set for this approach shot. Our featured golfer is a player, it's obvious, in full flight right now.
It is. This is where it doesn't matter what the sport is, and golf is a great example for it, though, where when you play your best, it's almost like you're just playing out of your subconscious. Everything happens, it just flows, and you don't really think about it.
Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. The second shot now to the par 4. Good-looking shot right here. Settles in over the putt. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. -2 for the day. Just 5 feet left. In for par. On to the 11th hole, we're looking downhill, 215 yards to the green.
And this is one of the holes that you realize you're at Wolf Creek. You would never see this hole anywhere else in the world. It's amazing when you stand on this tee. You see all of the canyons around, but there is a little green area down there surrounded by a couple of bunkers. It's a great-looking par 3. It measures 215 yards, very playable, and you never know, today might be the day where you make birdie.
Early part of this second nine, and a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Really, this is an awkward length.
And he has it, Frank.
I don't believe it.
See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. Martin Kaymer, really smooth putting stroke. Won majors, won a Players with a hot putter, and he's ready. 8 under par for the round. Now to the par 5, 12th, pretty big hole with a really big green.
And a really good blue area to the left, called water there. That's to be avoided off this tee, that's for sure. A good drive that avoids all of that. And then the hole is certainly reachable, but as you can see, water creeps in again, back right on this hole. So just don't get too cavalier here. A 5 wouldn't be the worst score. I know you want better, but believe me, seen many as 6s and 7s racked up here at 12.
Wrong way pattern all day long. And this is just brutal. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Frank, out of the rough, best to swing a little bit easier or get after it with all you have.
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through, but it's still the planning of the shot. Once again, check short. Is there anything I have to carry? And even remember, there's always the option of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. You feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Just a tap in to finish the hole. -3 now for the round. Now to the 13th hole, and, oh, I don't know, should we just fly it over the mountains, Frank?
It looks like that, but then you better find dry land. 350 yards, but as the crow flies, it's probably just a little over 300 yards. I don't know if the mere mortals would really want to flash it across that desert ridge. You probably want to play a little left of it, have a little pitch up the hill, but if you're one of the longer hitters, why not just try it to see if you can make it?
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Headed for the bunker? Not what he wanted, but he's headed to the beach. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
A beautiful, soft touch out of the bunker. That's Mickelson-esque. Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a greenside bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Getting set now over the putt. Oh, look out. Here he comes. 4 under par now after that birdie. Frank, describe the layout here at the 14th hole. It's 444 yards, and what a beautiful hole.
It is, and it's a beautiful view. You see everything from the top of that tee there. It's a hole that keeps bending to the left. There's enough bunkers down the left there to actually take your eye. That's why you've got to fixate on something in the distance that's a much better line than worrying about that wall of sand down the left side.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Oh, come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Second shot now for Martin Kaymer. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Martin Kaymer, 2014 U.S. Open champion, has this one for par. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
This is an 11-foot putt. Takes care of business, 5 under par. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 7th hole seems to have shaken his confidence. Now to the short par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. What is this, Frank? Just a wedge or a 9-iron?
That's all, Rich, but it's very tempting to get greedy here. And, well, you pay the price, obviously, if you miss the green on the left down in those bunkers because they're a good 6-7 feet below the level of the green. But with a wedge or a 9-iron, who doesn't go aiming at the flag?
This is a good-looking shot. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Now to the 16th hole as we get set for the finishing stretch. And Frank, what's the best way to play this relatively short par 4?
Somehow you've got to straighten the hole up in your mind's eye, Rich. Just look all the way across that canyon and look like the hole was built straight, because really that's the way it should be played. If you start looking left and turning it into a dog leg, then all of a sudden bad things can happen. So look straight at the green. That's your line. Just try and bisect those 2 fairway bunkers.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough. Missing it off the tee here. Pretty good result right there, considering
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Frank, downhill shot here. Will he have to take it just a little bit easier?
Yeah, be careful with the ball position as well. If you play the ball too far forward and try and scoop it, it's not going to work.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
All right, Frank, just on the fringe, he might be thinking about making this.
Yeah, he's a better chipper than you, Rich.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt. Jordan Spieth eyeing this putt for birdie. So just a formality here. Impressive once again. That's a par, remaining at 5 under. Frank, you licking your chops here at the par 5, 17th hole?
Oh, why not? A chance to reach a par 5 and 2, but there's still pitfalls in front of you. A little creek or stream runs across the fairway, so really limiting the distance you can hit that tee shot, but it's still reachable from just short of that creek. Find trouble off the tee, then obviously you turn it into a 3-shotter, but a good tee shot, and it's too tempting to resist not going for this green.
Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, there's hitting it right and there's hitting it left, but when you've got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
And setting up here in the rough. Frank, this one is veering far to the left. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
That was a little over-ambitious.
Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. What a beautiful roll right there. Dead center. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
There you have it. Well done. Great putt. Frank, who are the best putters you've ever seen, and what did they do that made them so effective?
Well, there was always the Crenshaws that putted beautifully, but the best when it comes down to it, the Tiger Woodses and the Jack Nicklauses, the ones that made them when they had to. That's fine.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. This for Jordan Spieth's birdie. On fire right now. 7 under par. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
And consequently, a very solid round. Continuing with that kind of play can certainly put you in the winner's seat.